welcome. Today we're going to be doing a weekly energetic update. So I'm going to pull for an overall energy card, and then I'm going to pull challenges, opportunities, as well as advice. Got a little bit of rain today, so that was nice. Maybe about a good hour. And what was crazy is I went out earlier to grab something from the car, and it got pretty chilly. So like a little cold front came through, but I have the patio door open. It warmed up again, so I love rainy weather, so I was excited about it. But yeah, guys, this reading will be for the week of June 16th. And let's see what messages want to come out. I'm like surprised we're in mid-June already, but I've been enjoying the year so far. I think there's been a lot of progress made as a whole, not just individually and like within myself, but just in the collective, and there's just a huge shift happening. A lot of people overall are just, walking away from emotional instability, emotional, we're getting kind of, we're coming back, we're getting in touch more with our inner selves, and as a whole, that's making us stronger, you know what I mean? That's making us wiser, that's making us, it's just by default, it's because we're ascending consciously that, that we're able to, it's like as our energies, like the more of us that, like, for example, pulling away from these, past karmic relationships, like the more of us that did it, I feel like I kept hearing about, more so messages of the collective doing so. And in other tarot readings, I'll scroll through the comments, I'm just reading people's accounts, and it's like, it's so profound, especially like ending karmic relationships or just ending relationships that were just draining our energy, right? I mean, that's as simply as I can put it. Okay, so that's our main energy, okay? Challenges, opportunities, and then advice. And my cat is meowing at the door, so I'm gonna go let him in. Bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Swords. So what's the word I'm trying to say here? I feel like you need to be, can't think of it's like you need to have a plan, and you need to be strategic. Thank you. You need to be strategic. But we'll see what cards we uncover here. As you can see, the advice card came out as the moon, okay, major arcana number 18, my apologies. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Swords. This could also mean that like you're finally putting a stop to the backstabbers or to the manipulation. But let me grab my cat. I'll be right back. Again, back to the Seven of Swords. It's like you either need to, it could be both. But I'm getting like, either for one, you need to have a strategy here, or you need to be strategic about how you move forward. But also trust in your resourcefulness at this time. If this was a love connection, There could definitely have been lies and deception, possibly an affair, but only take that if it resonates, guys. But if you know of, certain things, and this card definitely speaks of affairs. But it's also just the feeling of being suspicious, it's like at the core of everything. You could be suspicious about your person or a workplace situation. Like if it is workplace situation, there could just be like gossip, jealousy at work, something along those lines. Possibly shady business deals in terms of finances. So again, whatever the current challenge is, because there is a challenge, and right now it's like you're not sure which path to take. But this card again is reiterating the need for smart and strategic thinking, okay, for whatever challenge you're facing at this time. So you do have the foresight, you do have the resourcefulness and the skills to overcome this current obstacle. So that in and of itself is a great message. So whatever it is that you are dealing with here, know that again you do have you have the energy here to move forward, in the manner that needs to be had here. The moon, again, major arcana number 18. But it's like there's something that's, I feel like there's something that's out of place. And I'm really honing in here on the lobster. And you can just kind of see how it just kind of seems like it's out of place. So it's like right now, it's perhaps you're trying to tap into your intuition. This is coming in as your advice card. Obviously there's some uncertainty and confusion here, but the question is, it's like, are you really tapping into your intuition, or are you under some kind of illusion and under some kind of spell at this time? So the biggest thing here, I know I'm starting with your advice card. The biggest, if you don't even know how to begin, right? Is simply start with being aware of the situations or situation or people or whatever that's causing fear or causing anxiety in the mind. And, make sure that you don't allow inner disturbances or self-deception to get the best of you. So basically, make sure that you don't also at the same time that you don't self-sabotage yourself, and just take that if it resonates. If you know yourself to have self-sabotaged yourself in the past, then, just be mindful of that, because again, you're uncertain about something here, and maybe you don't know if you're going to be deceived, and that's why you're uncertain about it. All right, so overall energy, the Magician. So beautiful, actually. I say so beautiful. All right, I'll go ahead and post it for this video. I was just listening to, music, and I listened to a song that I haven't listened to in quite some time, and that song is called, I believe it's called Better Things by Massive Attack. And anyway, I just had put it on earlier, and it's been a couple of years since I actually heard that specific song. Super beautiful. And then I'm actually really paying attention to the lyrics, and I'm like, bro, this is crazy, because it's like you read the lyrics and you're like, okay, clearly the group or the message, it has spiritual meaning behind it, 100%. Or you know what I mean? Like, you know that it's an enlightened message. You know that it's a message that will resonate with you. And you'll know what I mean when you read the lyrics. But anyway, I was considering posting, because I haven't made a community post yet. I was going to post actually that video with the lyrics. And I may still do that too. I just wasn't, I wasn't sure, if, anyway, I just wasn't sure if I wanted to post that or not. But nonetheless, in the lyrics, there's a line where the singer says, "You say the magic's gone, well, I'm not a magician." And this song is just so beautifully sung, guys, so definitely check it out. But so anyway, just again, I like to tell you guys, it's like the way that Source and I communicate with each other, a lot of it's through music and lyrics, but just the fact that like the magician is coming out for us today, it's just like these little things, because I literally copied that specific line, the one about the magician, because I was going to post all the lyrics and I was like, maybe that's too long, maybe I'll just take one line from the song, and that's the one I was going to use. Just because I for one, I really love the magician card. So a little side note there, guys, fun stuff. But we are coming in here with Major Arcana number 1, okay, the magician. So you're definitely trying to create something here, okay? And I feel like you want to create something different, something new, okay, a change. This the magician card is really, to me, my manifestation card, and it also speaks to just ambitions, and also taking action. So again, that's why, going back to the 7 of Swords, it's really going to be important that the actions you do take are strategically thought through. So I don't really know what the situation here, but there's something along the lines of being strategic, whether that be in a relationship, in the career sector, or in finances. Whatever actions that you do take need to, at least think them through to some extent, right? Don't just kind of like close your eyes or flip a coin type of thing. So there does need to be some mindfulness here as you move forward. All right, but it's interesting because you have the magician, kind of catty cornering the moon, and the thing is like it's like there's willpower here. You have the desire, and actually the magician does speak to resourcefulness. So if you were doubting yourself for whatever reason, know that the energy is here. You do have the resourcefulness here with the magician, and you have the ability to concentrate, to concentrate your efforts and your skills and abilities, to get what you want, to create opportunities, okay? So really here's the message, guys. When you get the magician in your reading, it essentially means that it's time to tap into your full potential without hesitation, and that is your advice card. So whether this is speaking about a new job, a new business venture, a new love opportunity, or something else, tap into it, guys, and don't doubt. I was just saying, don't doubt yourselves. Just tap into that resourcefulness, because again, the magician is here. This is the manifestation card. So if you doubt your abilities, don't. You know what I mean? This is really awesome because it's. I feel like this reading so far is just. It's trying to remind you. It's trying to. I believe I'm being called. All right, we had to discuss dinner plans. So, all right, so let's move on then to your challenges and then your opportunities. So I'll let you take a look at your challenges. let's take a look. Oof. Okay. So we were I mean, it's like you're gonna have to trust in yourselves almost, guys. I wonder if you feel like you, like, literally if you're like, oh,
No.
wow.
No. Mama.
That was awesome. I've been trying to catch that, like, low.
No.
Hear my brother laughing in the background.
No.
Here's the thing.
No.
Okay, I'm still recording.
No.
I've been trying to catch him doing one of those super low, like, you know, like it's like when he's hunting, or, well, we don't know what he's doing, but I've been trying to catch it for some time on video, and it's like every time he'll start one, I like grab my phone and get ready, and then he like stops. Y'all, these are some intense ones, I gotta say, like, that last one there was new. I have not heard that, you know, okay. Well, that was fun. So, okay, just, you're definitely, I think if you would just, you know, of course, as it so resonates, but it's like if you could lean into trusting yourself a little bit more, or trusting the decisions that you make, or trusting even just your feeling, right? If like something occurs and then you feel a certain way about it, but then you brush it off, you know, for whatever reason, justifying it in some way. But the High Priestess in the reverse here, Major Arcana number 2, it's really, you know, it's just speaking to right now a repressed intuition. And what's insane, though, is you truly have the ability of the magician. I mean, we all do as human beings, but it's, can you tap into that pure willpower and desire? Can you really transform the elements, you know what I mean, into actually manifesting in the 3D? So you have the ability to do so, but until you start connecting with your intuition, you're gonna be feeling this confusion, this uncertainty, this this inability to, you know, I feel like what I'm getting is like you feel like you can't even make decisions for yourself, you know, like you're always perhaps consulting others, or not able to just make a decision, you know, just something along those lines, you know. And again, maybe because you don't trust yourself, or maybe you've made this is crazy, maybe you've made maybe you've made bad decisions, or I shouldn't say, you've made decisions in the past that have caused, you know,
Is he okay?
He's going crazy.
With what?
So, High Priestess in the reverse, though, and you're finding it difficult to listen to your intuition. That's just, you know. So at this time, guys, you know, again, weekly energetic update, but you're really being called here. You know, it would really benefit you if you're, you know, as you're finding it difficult to listen to your intuition, is simply to meditate. And if you just feel like you're not at the point where meditation is calling to you, you know, simply just trying a new approach, you know, a new type of spiritual approach, or a new type of approach general. Because at this moment, the rational approach, or the approach you have been taking, is, it's just not, you know, it's not working, right? And it's causing a lot of, you know, confusion, and in some way, you know, this really is telling you that you have been ignoring your intuition. Okay, whether it be in romance, even in finances, just not having all the information, not knowing all the facts, not educating yourself enough. But, very importantly, just don't be afraid to ask questions of yourself, guys, as that will allow, as that may illuminate a new path for you. And of course, one that is more authentic to your inner self and your individual values. Okay, so that's your challenge here in the week ahead is, again, there's repressed intuition here. So, what is it going to take to, it's kind of just like what resonates within you to make a change in or to incorporate into your life, maybe even just setting simply like a solid sleep schedule or, incorporating movements into your day-to-day, like, whether it be taking a walk or, what have you guys. So, I'm telling you, if you feel, you can see and feel the energy off of this card. And if you feel like you have just been in this state of, just feeling like you really can't trust yourself, I really do behoove you to check out meditation, and I will link in the video I'll link a meditation video, and this is by Gurudev, and he's the first guru I ever found, and he's just so pleasant. So, you can start there, and he provides guided meditations, and I love the background noises, sounds, music that they put in the videos. I meant to show you this first, but anyway, Page of Wands coming in as your opportunities. So this is speaking right off the bat to a message, okay? So there is an opportunity here. Either a message may be incoming, your way, unbeknownst to you, or perhaps if there has been a communication or message that you've been wanting to send out, this is kind of telling you essentially to go for it, because you do have the opportunity to do so. This does speak to fresh ideas and fearlessness. So it's like right now, really your opportunity is to kind of channel right now your energy, again, into either putting communication or messages out there, or just, putting your overall energy and creativity. This could be telling you to take a risk at work. You could come across meeting a lively lover. But soon, the opportunity is like soon you will receive good news, okay, or have new opportunities. But I love that this is coming in as your opportunity card, because again, this is just speaking to new opportunities. So now is the best time to successfully start a new project or simply a new endeavor if you've been holding back on doing so. And maybe this whole reading may be playing into this wanting to start something, wanting to put something out there, right? Wanting to create, with energy something. But you may be, again, just not kind of doubting yourself, even though you want, the energy's here. Something wants to take off here, but then it's these lingering, or whatever you want to call it, whether there's something that's unhealed, whether there's something you need to take a look at and alchemize the energies. You can alchemize, guys. You guys are alchemists, but you just have to tap into it, because right now these energies are keeping you in this state again of feeling as if you're at a crisis of faith. Okay, so so that's it, guys. That definitely is the message, loud and clear. I hope that helps for the week ahead, and be well.